Do y'all remember the time we nuked the moon? No? Well, that's because we didn't, but apparently someone in the Pentagon seriously thought it might be a good idea. Back in 1957, the Soviet Union pulled off the ultimate mic drop, Sputnik 1, the first satellite in orbit. Meanwhile, America's Project Vanguard, well, let's just say it didn't exactly go according to plan. The US was officially losing the space race, morale was low, and apparently someone said, hey, what if we nuke the moon? Enter Project A119, or as the Air Force liked to call it, a study of lunar research flights. A top-secret plan in 1958 to detonate a nuclear bomb on the moon. Why? A show of force, a morale boost, and maybe to freak out the Soviets a little. Also, they claimed it might help science. Yeah, science. The idea was simple: blast a nuclear bomb on the moon, and if it went off on the surface, you might just see a faint flash from Earth with your naked eye. That's right, not quite the 4th of July fireworks, but close enough for government morale. So why nuking the moon? The US was in a full-blown panic over Sputnik. They created NASA, DARPA, launched Explorer 1, and basically thought, if we can't win the satellite game, maybe we can just blow stuff up on the moon. Apparently, the Soviets had a similar idea called Project E4, but never went through with it. Rumor has it they were worried their missile might boomerang back to Earth. Honestly, probably a good call. Leonard Rifle led a 10-person team in Chicago to figure out if a moon nuke would even be visible from Earth. Fun fact, young Carl Sagan was on the team. Yep, the same guy who later told us the stars are pretty. Here, he was calculating how a cloud of moon dust would expand, essentially predicting how to make our lunar light show Instagram ready for 1958. Initially, they wanted to use a hydrogen bomb, but the Air Force vetoed that, too heavy. So instead, they picked a W-25 warhead, tiny compared to Hiroshima, but still big enough to ruin the moon's day. The plan was to detonate the bomb along the moon's terminator, that's the line between night and day, for maximum visibility from Earth. They calculated sunlight hitting the dust cloud would make it glow like a faint spark. Yes, folks, the Air Force was about to make the moon the world's first nuclear fireworks display, except probably with some catastrophic side effects if anything went wrong. Luckily, the Air Force said, maybe not. Fears included rockets failing, nuclear fallout, political fallout, or basically destroying public confidence. So in January 1959, Project A119 was canceled. Thankfully, humanity didn't have to explain why there was a giant mushroom cloud on the moon during a lunar eclipse. The project stayed secret for decades. In 2000, Leonard Rifle spilled the beans, revealing that Carl Sagan had actually been involved in predicting the explosion's effects. Sagan later admitted he was horrified that such a stunt was ever considered, and honestly, same here. Thanks to the cancellation of Project A119, we got Neil Armstrong taking that one giant leap for mankind instead of a giant nuclear flash. So next time you look at the moon, remember, it's safe to moon gaze without worrying about 1950s Air Force fireworks. If you enjoyed this story about America almost turning the moon into a nuclear disco, hit like, subscribe, and maybe share this with a friend. And hey, stay tuned for more weird but true stories here on Explodopedia.